All right, guys, welcome back. Survival Living here. So we need to discuss some things about solar power, solar generators. Now, I get emails all the time. Well, I bought a such and such solar generator and it won't power up what I want. I have discussed this many of times on this channel, and not just discussed it, but shown it. One of the easiest ways to do this, and we discuss using actual meters to see exactly how much power you need before you go and buy a solar generator, before you go and try to build yourself a solar system. This is a kilowatt meter. This is the very simplest things that you can use, and this is going to save you a lot of time and aggravation and a lot of money. So with the kilowatt meter, this one here I believe is a Harbor Freight, or this might be Home Depot, or it might be the one on Amazon. I've got a bunch of these because I always lose them. Yeah, usually I loan it out to somebody and never get it back. So the output plug right here, you plug into the wall inside your home. This side here, you get a receptacle. You plug in your appliance directly into it. It'll give you a readout of how many watts. You can switch it to amps, and you can switch it to volts. It will give you a readout of how many amps you use an hour, how many watts you use an hour, and how many volts you are using. So you run your appliance for an hour. See exactly what the total usage is. There's even a setting that you can actually read. You won't even have to do the math. It will let you know how much wattage you've used, how much amps you've used in an hour. The reason I say wattage and amps, because this is what your solar system is going to be using, whether it be a solar generator like we show here on the channel, we do a lot of testing on, to your own solar grid, which we've shown on the channel too, me building our own solar grid, what we use on a day-to-day basis, because we're off grid, more or less. We got Wi-Fi, okay? So for our power, we use our solar inside our trailer. That's what provides us power. Big old battery bank system. Once you have the numbers of how many amps you use on that appliance, how many watts you use on that appliance, then if you're looking at a solar generator, you look at that solar generator, see how much watts it provides on a full charge, see what its peak wattage is as far as outputs. You know, there might be an 1800 watt solar generator with a 2000 or 3000 peak. That's to catch those compressors and stuff like that that kicks on a refrigerator, things like that. Then you need to see what your amp rating is. Your amp rating is going to be your battery power supply in that solar generator. Now, if you have a solar generator and it only has 100 amp hours in it, there are some that are that low, and your appliance says it uses 132 amps within an hour, that's going to drop back down where you can only run that appliance up to like 45 minutes before that battery system's dead. All right, and also this right here is going to make you easier to build your own system. You'll know exactly what it is that you want to run during SHTF. You meter this stuff out and you add to it. All right, let's say that you use 800 amps a day. That's a lot of power. You use 800 amps a day. You take a look at our solar grid, we have 100 amp hour batteries. Okay, you would think, okay, well, I just need 8. Actually, you're going to need more than that, because your battery system shuts down, if it's built correctly, to protect those batteries so you don't run them all the way down to the ground. All right, there's different type of battery systems you can use. Lithium ion, you can use, we use flood acid batteries. They're actually, I think it's the name of the company's Wise. Should be a pop-up there. We bought those on Amazon a while back, and we still buy those. We also have affiliates with the lithium batteries. They are great. They're expensive, but they're great. We use the flood acid batteries that are designed for solar. Now, I've seen where people leave the comments, well, all you need is a such and such cold cranking amp battery. They're speaking of marine batteries and deep cycle batteries. Yes, they'll work temporarily, but they will not last as long as a solar battery. You don't need to worry about cold cranking amps because you're not cranking up anything. A cold cranking amp on a battery is a battery surge power to get something started. An engine. All right? That is not how powerful your battery is and how long that battery is going to last. Amp hours in a battery is going to tell you how long your battery is going to last. That's what you're looking for. Same with solar generators. Now when it comes to wattage, you know, 1800 watts, 2400 watts, that lets you know what that inverter built into that solar generator can run normally. And they don't have a peak power set, 3000 watts, something like that. And that just lets you know that it can catch that amount of power when that compressor kicks on for a refrigerator or something like that, something of that nature. That's what that is. A lot of people see the wattage and they think that they've got a massive amount of power. You got to look at that battery bank. That's most important on how long something lasts. And the wattage is to let you know if it will even run it. Okay? If you have a 1000 watt solar generator, but the appliance you're trying to start and run for an hour is 13 to 1500 watts, the peak might catch it, but it's going to be dead within like 20 minutes because it doesn't have the oomph to push it. So these things here are around 20 bucks. Amazon, I think Walmart's even got them. Home Depot, Harbor Freight. Yeah, this right here is what you need to purchase first. Run your appliance, do your homework. Does it mean you got to do something? Yes, yes it does. When you contact me and say, I need to know if it will run my wash machine. Well, odds are it won't. Or usually it's the dryer is one I'm hearing, and it's a 220 plug. Well, most of the solar generators don't have 220. Okay, most of them are 110 outlets, 120s. They don't have 220. Some do offer that. Then that's the ones you need to research, but you got to look at your battery bank. Now, this thing here will not do a 220. This is a 110 outlet. They might sell one that's 220. If you're doing 220 and you get some metering tools and actually meter everything out, amp everything out that way. But this is just the simplest way of doing it. You can hook up your microwave, regular plug-in refrigerator, TV, computer, CPAP machine, all that stuff uses a 110 outlet. There you go. So when you contact me about, will this run my such and such, I have no idea because every refrigerator is different. Every refrigerator wattage is different. Everything. Each brand is different. Each usage of power is different. I have no idea. You need to meter it out yourself. 20 bucks, meter it out. Now you know what you need to power up everything. Now you know what type of solar generator to purchase. Now you know how big of a solar array, how big of a battery bank system, how big of an inverter, if you're building your own grid, you will need. Hopefully that helps you guys out. I'm seeing these questions all the time. Every time I do a solar generator video, I get asked a lot of questions. Well, will this run such and such? I have no idea. I don't have what you have. Okay? Everybody's refrigerator in America is probably different from somebody else's. Same with an air conditioning unit. All these appliances are different and they all use different power. Again, 20 bucks. This is what you need first. All right, guys. Definitely keep at it. I have been extremely busy with our other channel as well. I'm not forgetting this channel either. This is our prepping channel. We've been doing a lot of film work and stuff on our new channel, so that's why I've been kind of hit and miss on coming back over here. Yesterday we had a bad thunderstorm, and since I'm in an outdoor environment, the studio is an outdoor environment. It's made out of tin. You ever heard tin roof? Trying to record a video when everything's pinging and banging on it, not a good idea. It doesn't work very well. But we are looking into, you know, better equipment, things like that for our video, our audio, things of those nature. We're trying to get a better experience for you when you do come here, better lighting. Still playing around with that, with the studio and stuff like that, guys. For those that have stuck with us, definitely, please stay with us. We're ironing out all the kinks as possible. But this is something we needed to discuss because I'm getting people contact me saying that they bought a solar generator and it's not running what they wanted it to run. Before you spend $2,000 on a solar generator, get this as a $20 part. Before you start buying solar batteries, solar panels, all this stuff. Amp out what you plan on using. You need this information that comes out of this machine. And this is the simple one. You just plug it in and plug it in, you're good to go. It'll read it out for you. You can get technical and get a meter and actually have to meter out everything. But most people, and if you got a meter, hey, that's awesome. But most people need it simplified. This is the simplest way right here. Plug it into the wall, plug your appliance in, and it will read out and tell you exactly what you need. All right, guys. Speak to y'all later.